25 Battle Royale games for people who think hiding in a bush is skill. Episode 1. Now, drop that F in the chat, cause...
Oh shit, here we go again.
My Hero Ultra Rumble, a My Hero Academia themed battle royale that fails to capture the spirit of the anime, like a poorly written fanfiction penned by a sleep-deprived fan. The characters are out of character, the combat is unbalanced, and the overall experience is as disappointing as a villain monologue that's been recycled from a Saturday morning cartoon. Even diehard fans of the anime might find themselves questioning why they bothered to download this half-baked attempt at a battle royale. Bloodshore. This choose-your-own-adventure battle royale is set in a dystopian reality show where death is entertainment. It's like The Hunger Games meets Black Mirror, but with more cringeworthy contestants and even more questionable moral decisions. Will you fight for your life, betray your allies, or simply surrender to the bloodthirsty whims of the audience? Just remember, there's no escaping the cameras, and your every move could be your last. Don't expect a happy ending, unless your idea of a happy ending involves copious amounts of blood and betrayal. Fortnite, a candy-colored fever dream fueled by pop culture crossovers and building mechanics that would make Bob the Builder jealous. It's the ultimate playground for the young, and the young at heart, where you can build a skyscraper in seconds and dance to victory with a dab or two. However, be ready for the sweats who build faster than you can say John Wick, and the inevitable destruction of your architectural masterpiece by a 10-year-old wielding a rocket launcher. Vampire, The Masquerade, Blood Hunt. Prague becomes a gothic playground for stylish vampires in this unique battle royale. It's a high-fashion runway show with a side of blood-sucking, where parkour-inspired movement and diverse vampire clans offer a fresh experience. Yet the small player base and occasional balancing issues may leave you feeling as lonely as a goth at a beach party. Deceive Inc. A spy-themed battle royale where cunning and deception are your greatest weapons. It's a high-stakes game of cat and mouse, where everyone is bluffing and the stakes are your life. Master the art of disguise, outwit your opponents with gadgets, and secure the objective before someone sees through your charade. Just remember, trust no one, not even yourself, especially if you're playing as the chameleon. In a world of espionage and intrigue, paranoia is your best friend. Super Mecha Champions, a battle royale for those who love giant robots and over-the-top action. It's like Pacific Rim, but with less kaiju and more balancing issues. Choose your mech, equip powerful weapons, and unleash mayhem on the battlefields. Just be prepared for a learning curve that's steeper than a mecha's learning curve is flatter than a pancake, and a community that's as competitive as a robot deathmatch. But hey, if you ever dreamed of piloting a giant robot and wreaking havoc on your enemies, this game might be your mecha dream come true. Just don't blame us if you end up rage quitting after getting stomped by a 12-year-old piloting a Gundam. Population 1, a VR battle royale that's as exhilarating as it is exhausting. Strap on your headset and prepare to be transported to a world where gravity is optional and movement is king. Run on walls, grapple across rooftops, and engage in intense firefights with players from around the world. It's like laser tag on steroids, but with a hefty price tag and a steep learning curve. If you have the VR setup and the physical stamina, it's an adrenaline rush like no other. But for most players, it's simply out of reach, both financially and physically. Crab Game. This low-budget Squid Game imitation is as janky as a broken claw machine. The mini-games are a chaotic mess, the controls are unresponsive, and the community is a toxic soup of insults and accusations. It's a breeding ground for frustration, disappointment, and the occasional existential crisis. But hey, at least it's free. Bomber Grounds Reborn, a bombastic battle royale where blowing stuff up reigns supreme power over strategy. It's like a chaotic game of hot potato with explosives, punctuated by plenty of yelling. Embrace the simplicity, relish in the satisfying explosions, and find catharsis in the frustration of being blown up by your own bomb. It's the perfect game for mindless destruction and the occasional rage quit. Contractors Showdown, a tactical shooter for those who prefer realism over arcade action. Think Call of Duty, but with more crawling through the mud and less Michael Bay explosions. The gunplay is precise, the environments are detailed, and the lack of hand-holding means you'll need to bring your A game if you want to survive. So grab your ghillie suit, channel your inner Rambo, and prepare for a battle royale experience that's as gritty as it gets. Just don't expect any respawns. In this game, death is as permanent as your muddy boot prints. Seal. What the fun? A battle royale that's so ridiculous, it's actually hilarious. Picture this, a bunch of adorable seals waddling around an island armed with fish launchers and rocket skates, battling it out for fishy supremacy. The physics are wonky, the combat is absurd, and the overall vibe is just pure, unadulterated fun. If you're looking for a serious competitive experience, look elsewhere. But if you want to laugh until your sides hurt while flopping around as a seal with a fish launcher, this is your game. Just don't expect to win any awards for tactical brilliance, unless flailing wildly is now a recognized strategy. Pac-Man Mega Tunnel Battle. Chomp Champs. A battle royale twist on a classic arcade game that's sure to leave you feeling nostalgic. It's like Pac-Man on a sugar rush with multiple mazes, power-ups galore, and a whole lot of ghost chomping action. Navigate the ever-changing maze, outsmart your opponents, and become the ultimate Pac champion. Just be warned, the learning curve is steeper than a ghost's learning curve is flatter than a pancake. Call of Duty Warzone, a Michael Bay-esque spectacle of explosions, betrayals, and enough weapon skins to outfit a small army. It's a roller coaster of adrenaline-pumping gunfights and infuriating camping spots. Brace yourself for endless updates, a player base that's either godlike or using aimbot, and enough memes to fill a Reddit subforum. Oh, and don't forget the Gulag, your one and only chance to redeem yourself after being outplayed by a 12-year-old. Naraka Blade Point, a gravity-defying dance of katanas and grappling hooks where grace and agility are paramount, unless you're prone to motion sickness. This visually stunning battle royale is a parkour enthusiast's dream, demanding the patience of a saint and the reflexes of a ninja. Be warned, though, mastering the intricate combat system and dizzying movement options often results in more face-planting than actual fighting. Apex Legends. Teamwork makes the dream work in this tactical shooter where communication and banter are as vital as ammo. Choose your legend, each boasting unique abilities and questionable fashion sense, and collaborate to outsmart and outgun your opponents. Beware the ever-shifting meta though, which changes faster than a chameleon on a disco ball, and steel yourself for the occasional match against preteen aimbotters. Stumble Guys, a clumsy battle royale where falling flat on your face is practically encouraged. Imagine a herd of toddlers navigating an inflatable obstacle course. It's hilarious, chaotic, and ultimately pointless, but hey, you can customize your characters to look like a hot dog or a unicorn while you stumble your way to victory, or more likely defeat. Super Animal Royale. Adorable animals meet brutal combat in this top-down battle royale that's as cute as it is cutthroat. It's like Bambi's revenge story, where cute critters wield high-powered weapons and battle it out in a shrinking map. The art style is charming, the gameplay is surprisingly strategic, but the small player base might leave you feeling like the last panda on Earth, desperately searching for a bamboo shoot-wielding ally. Cursed. Cuisine Royale. A battle royale where cooking is just as important as combat. It's Iron Chef with a sprinkle of Mad Max, where kitchen utensils are weapons and food buffs are your lifeline. Whip up a hearty stew to increase your health or chug a bottle of vodka to boost your speed. Just don't get too distracted by your culinary creations. You've still got a battle to win and a Michelin star to earn. After all, there's nothing quite like the taste of victory, especially when it's served with a side of sautéed mushrooms and a perfectly seared steak. Headbangers. Rhythm Royale. A battle royale where musical prowess is your key to survival. It's Guitar Hero meets a mosh pit, where rhythm-based minigames determine who gets to headbang another day. Show off your sick drumming skills, perfect your dance moves, and pray that your opponents aren't secret virtuosos in disguise. Just remember, it's not about how you look, it's about how you groove. So grab your air guitar, crank up the volume, and get ready to rock, and roll, and maybe even die a little. 1v1.lol. Battle Royale game. a minimalist battle royale that's all about building and shooting. Think Fortnite's little brother with a focus on quick construction and intense close quarters combat. The learning curve is steep, but the satisfaction of outbuilding and outgunning your opponent is undeniable. Just be prepared for repetitive gameplay and a lack of variety that might leave you wanting more. It's like eating a single potato chip. Tasty, but not exactly a fulfilling meal. Nightfall, A Daring Journey, a medieval battle royale that's still in early access but shows promise for those who dream of knights and glory. It's like a low-budget game, Game of Thrones, where knights clash in visceral combat and vie for dominance. The combat is satisfyingly crunchy, the map is beautifully designed, and the small player base and occasional bugs might leave you feeling like you're jousting with ghosts. If you're a fan of medieval warfare and don't mind a few rough edges, give it a try. Just don't expect the polish of a AAA title. This game is still in its chainmail, so to speak. Farlight 84, a genre-bending battle royale that's like a kitchen sink overflowing with game mechanics. It tries to do it all: hero shooter elements, vehicle combat, base building, and battle royale mechanics. The result is a game that's as confusing as it is ambitious, with a steep learning curve and a lot of potential for frustration. If you're a glutton for punishment and enjoy a good challenge, then by all means dive in. But if you're looking for a polished, streamlined experience, you might want to look elsewhere. Or maybe just grab a mop and try to clean up this mess of a game. King of Crabs, a crustacean-themed brawl where the biggest crab wins. It's a seafood buffet gone wrong, with pincers snapping and shells cracking. Scuttle your way across the island, devour smaller crabs to grow bigger, and try not to get flipped on your back by a rogue coconut. The controls are wonky, the graphics are rudimentary, but the sheer absurdity of crab combat is weirdly captivating. It's the perfect game for those who enjoy mindless fun and aren't afraid to get a little crabby. Lasers, a futuristic battle royale that's still in its early stages of development but has the potential to be the next big thing. It's like a beta version of Tron, where neon lasers replace bullets and parkour skills are essential. Dodge laser beams, build structures for cover, and try not to get vaporized by a 12-year-old prodigy who's somehow mastered the art of laser tag. Just be patient. This game is still a work in progress, but it might just be the laser-focused battle royale experience you've been waiting for. PUBG Battlegrounds, the OG battle royale, a relic of simpler times when graphics weren't cutting edge, hackers weren't rampant, and chicken dinners were a legitimate accomplishment. Now it's more like a virtual retirement home where seasoned veterans reminisce about the good old days while battling glitchy animations and questionable ballistics. But hey, at least you can sport a frying pan as headgear while being sniped from a mile away. Well, that's our list. If you disagree, feel free to make your own video. Bye.